Hey, we're back. It's Spirituality Uncorked. I'm Jeff Harrison along with
Reverend Rebecca.
Reverend Rebecca. You absolutely put us on fire last week when we talked about effortless manifesting through spiritual mind treatment. If you haven't seen that, go back and check it out. I know it's in the archives of the Center for Spiritual Living YouTube channel. Check that out. And don't just check it out. You know, it's one of those things. Don't just read a book just for entertainment. Watch the video and see if you can start implementing those things in your life, because it's like this. It's like we can do or think about all the things we want, Reverend Rebecca, but if we don't actually take action on them, nothing ever changes, does it?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, first of all, I got to thinking about something. And first of all, I want to ask, hey, what is our topic today?
Transforming your life. I think we all want to transform our lives.
Yeah.
You know, we can never have too much good. And we can be living really good lives. But we always want it to be better. And we don't just want it to be better for us. We want it to be better for everybody who surrounds us. So if my life is better, then my kids' lives are better, and my spouse's life is better, and my immediate family's life is better, and the money I give out to the organizations are better, and the good just keeps passing on and on. So I always try to transform my life to the best it can be in this moment.
You know, it reminds me of this movie called Groundhog Day. You remember? Was it
Are we aging ourselves?
Well, okay. So anyway, you know, every day this guy wakes up and reenacts, but he kind of remembers, he keeps trying to play it a little better, but it's just Groundhog Day over and over and over again. And the reason I bring this up is because there's science that says that about 90%, 95% of our thoughts that we have are the same thoughts we had the day before and the day before and the day before. So my point is, are we living in the past? And with that, I think about driving a car. And the windshield is so big, but that rearview mirror is so small. Why is that? And how can we get out of that living in the past, Reverend Rebecca?
I think the most important thing I can say to you is our inner being only looks forward. What we've done in the past doesn't matter anymore. It's only going forward. Ernest Holmes, in our teaching Science of Mind, always says start where you're at. You don't have to relive it. You don't have to go through it again. What we're going to do is we're going to put so much good in that you can't even remember that stuff. It's just going to fall away, and it's not important. We don't have to change the past. We don't have to know what happened. We can only have more good. So I don't know about you, but more good is good for me.
Yeah, so when you talk about transformation, you know, there's that whole thought of, you know, we're our stories. Mm-hmm. And I did some work with a doctor, and he actually has a patent on curing multiple sclerosis, right? And so there was someone who, and my heart goes out to them, is their spouse was dealing with multiple sclerosis, and I told them about this doctor, and I said, he has a cure. It's a patent. It's a U.S. patent. Nobody gets that unless it really is real. And unfortunately, he and his wife were so invested in the fact that she has MS, and that's their story, they would not let it go and see this doctor, even though he has the answer. And it reminds me of people, sometimes they are so invested in that story that I think, is it almost like they're afraid to let it go because that's their only identity?
It is their identity. Who would they be if they didn't have that? And everybody knows it. And everybody makes allowances in their life for whatever their story is. They're financially not in a good shape. They don't have a job. The job they have they don't like. They're in a bad marriage. Those are their stories. And so it takes courage to let go of those stories and forget about them and only look forward. And when we can start to look forward in whatever way, it affects all of it, okay? I always say to people, it takes 90 seconds to change your vibration.
That's a long time.
Okay.
Oh, you said 90 seconds,
90
not 90
seconds.
years. Okay,
90
okay.
seconds.
90
So
seconds.
here's what I say is, okay, think of 5 things.
Okay.
Okay, 5 things. 5 things that are absolutely true.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And whatever they are, whether you write them down or you think about them, you're sitting in your car at the stoplight, think of 5 things that are true. It will reset your vibration to truth, which is a much higher vibration than you might have been walking around with.
Wow.
90 seconds.
It's powerful.
And it doesn't have to be anything big. It can be as simple as, oh, I had a really good cup of coffee today. Oh, I love that sunshine. It's so beautiful. You know, my flowers were blooming this morning. Those roses looked really good. Do you feel all the vibration that's coming off of those?
Yeah.
Now, those aren't big, but they're life-changing because you're resetting yourself to a higher vibration. And when you get to a higher vibration, your inner being is saying, good and more good. And that good comes flowing into you from that higher vibration.
So is that the transformation process you're talking about? 90 seconds?
90 seconds.
Well, what I love about that is you said something I think really, really important. Is you didn't say think of 5 things you believe.
No, 5 things that are true.
That are true, because everybody can say, well, I believe that just because there's a scent in the air, it means this, and somebody else can have all kinds of beliefs. But those are truths.
Truths.
Wow.
And it takes you to the vibration of truth. And they can be anything. And we can all come up with 5 truths, whatever they are. It can be as simple as, I have on a black t-shirt today.
That's true.
And it's true.
It's true.
It's absolutely true. So if you can come up with 5 things that are true, you've changed your vibration.
Oh, I love that. That's
And
it?
that is truly a transformation. And you can do it over and over and over again.
All day long.
Because it's always true.
That's true.
It's always true.
That is true.
See, it's always true. Anybody can do it.
Wow. It's that simple?
It's that simple.
To
you
transform
can
your life.
transform your life because you've transformed your beliefs, your vibration. Everything is transformed in that moment because you're in truth.
Okay, so this, I keep thinking about this, like, wow, wait a minute, this was supposed to be really complicated, like, transformation. It's almost like, it takes a while for a caterpillar to go through the gestation period, become a butterfly. You're talking 90 seconds.
90 seconds.
And sometimes I've heard people say, think about the happiest times in your life, and sometimes when you're in that state, it's hard to figure that out.
Yeah.
But 5 truths as simple as, yes, I'm wearing a black shirt, and I have on black shoes and black socks, and the light is red. Those are true. And so,
did you feel, as Jeff said those things, how he felt? His voice was different, his body movements were different,
Yeah.
and they were all true for you.
I love that.
And they were true in this moment, and in half an hour from now, they're still going to be true.
Yeah. So when I kind of know this answer, but I want to get your point on this. Is when should we do these things?
All day long.
Just all day long.
All day long.
Really?
All day long.
Is it if we start feeling a little dip in our emotion or our energy or whatever, that's when we should hit this?
How about when we feel really good?
Okay, good. See,
Let's
there we
keep
go.
going.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Let's get higher. Let's really let it become the way we are.
Yeah.
Let's not ever go back to the way it was. Let's stay in the good and ever increase and ever build and ever, so that our life is transformed in every single area. Because it goes out into our health, into our finance, into our relationships, into our world. And if mass consciousness thought like this, the world would change.
Yeah. Well, I love what you're saying is like, if you're pushing one of those merry-go-rounds,
Yes.
Why wait for it to stop to start it again? Why not give it a little, when it's already moving, it's already effortless, right? And this ties into like what you talked about last week of effortless manifestation.
Yes.
Why wait till the sky is falling, Henny Penny?
Yes.
Why not do it when it's bright and sunny outside? I love that. Give me a little skin. I love that. Well, this was a transformative moment for me because it's like, 5 truths. And why wait till you saying, oh, I'm having a terrible day, to get back up there, say, I'm having a great day, and I have these 5 truths.
And why not just be really excited about the fact that you feel so good and things are working out, and look at that, and look at that, and that's good. I'm going to do 5 more truths because I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep building. I mean, I want to hear from you in a week from now that you're feeling so good that you're flying high.
I love it. I love it. Well, Reverend Rebecca, any other things you want to talk about on today's program?
Well, I always talk about spiritual mind treatment, and you can always go back to our other YouTubes to get the clues on that. But this is really kind of a quick fix. Let's
Yeah,
call it a
love
quick
that.
fix, okay? We're doing a transformational reset
Yeah,
in 90 seconds.
90 seconds.
Bringing good and more good, ever increasing good.
Make sure to put your comments down in below the video, and I challenge you to, if you'd like, to say, hey, what were your 5 truths that got you, back on that vibrational truth level, right? I don't know where that is on that scale of vibration, but I guarantee it's better than false or lack or fear or judgment, right?
Well, you're in line with your inner being, so you know it's high.
I love that. Now, you said something at the very beginning. Our inner being, what, always?
Looks forward.
Always look forward. So when you're doing these spiritual truths, when you're doing these truths, your inner being is moving forward, is it
Moving you
not?
forward.
I love that. Reverend Rebecca, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jeff.
Hey, thanks for joining us. My name is Jeff Harrison,
I'm Reverend Rebecca.
and we'll see you again next week on
Spirituality Uncorked.